David, does it feel at times a bit like you're just in the same room?
Yes, I suppose so, in certain things. Firstly, though, I would say that the first half performance today was completely unacceptable from our point of view. We were miles off it. Not just one player, a lot of players shying away from the ball, making mistakes, not taking the ball, and then individual errors again. A lot of things that we've talked about previously, but also the lack of fight and belief probably in the first half was missing for me. They definitely played as if they were a team that wanted to win the game, and whereas we're a team that need the points, need to win the game, and that was definitely my frustration at half time, which is why I obviously made a few changes to try and get back into the game. I thought second half went a bit more of a go, but it's very hard to draw on any positives today when you see the scoreline, the situation we find ourselves in the first half performance.
Particularly after that first half, is it a moment now where you need folk to kind of stand up?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a collective. It's everyone in it together still, obviously, but individually, you need to ask the question: are you doing enough? Are you doing enough? Are you taking enough responsibility, accountability? I've talked about it a lot, but at the same time, whether it's me or anybody else, it ain't going to change between now and Christmas. This squad of players is the squad of players we've got. There's no point in feeling sorry for yourself. There's no point in hoping someone else is going to change it for us. It's up to us to turn it around as quick as we can. I think, as I've said, for the first half, it's the first time I've seen it this season, really. It's the first time I've came out and apologised to the fans, which I'll do now again. Apologise for the first half performance, because I've not had to really do that. As much as we've been where we are in the league, there's always been a few positives to draw, and I think it's very hard to draw on any today because of the situation we find ourselves in. And I think that's probably the bit that frustration is probably not the right word, that angers me the most, probably because of the situation we find ourselves in.
You seem a bit, I don't know if shock's the right word, but surprised by that first half performance.
Yeah, I think, as I say, this is the first time we've been really, really, really poor first half. So many players were off it, so many players lacked the quality that they've shown, or decision making, or the only time we really had a bit of quality, we hit the post. But 2 or 3 occasions where we showed a little bit of quality, got to the final third and the delivery let you down. But as I say, that first half was just so unlike us for how we've been, and a quick reminder as to the level we're operating at as well. If you do make the mistakes like we have done and we've been punished for as of late, we got punished for them again today.
I don't know if you know, during the game before they were actually singing your name, having a go at the board. How worried would you be that the board will make what they would see as the easy decision and just change manager?
I don't think worried or scared or is the right way I feel about it. I fully understand the noise, and rightly so, justifiably so, because of the situation we're in, where this club is at the moment. We've talked a lot about it being a new squad, and I could come up with 101 excuses, but where we find ourselves isn't good enough, and I know it's something I've said now for a number of weeks because of where we are. One thing I do know is, until someone tells me differently, I'm going to try as hard as I can. I will continue to work as hard as I possibly can, because no one's more frustrated than me. I also know what's in the group and what we can be. As I say, that 45 minutes was so unlike us, but we delivered that, so we need to then bounce back as quickly as you can, because it isn't going to change. The players aren't going to change between now and January minimum. So it's about everybody working as hard as we can and sticking together to make sure we get through this period. But the question you've asked, I fully understand why you would ask it.
When you talk about January, do you feel now, every club makes changes in January, but do you feel now you kind of need it, you need to make changes now?
No, I think we've got a squad of players here. I think I've been semi-consistent in team selection for a wee while, but right now where we find ourselves, it's about every single player. I think even the subs coming on today all showed why they think they should be starting, so I think it is down to everyone now. It's not a clean slate because we're not ripping everything up. I don't believe in that. I know what's in the group and the quality we have got, but we need to start showing it, and we need to show it quickly.
Can you take anything at all from the frantic finale? Did you presume?
One thing you would say then is that, as I said, it's hard to draw on the positives because of where we find ourselves and the result, but we did go right to the very end today. I think if we score the penalty on, it was around about the hour mark, I think, Boyley's penalty changes the game again, because you get momentum from that, and you know what it's like. We've been there ourselves when you're 2-0 up and you can see the goal, the feeling of, right, we'll get the momentum on the front foot, and we might have went on we still have time to actually go and win the game from that point of view. The fact we missed the penalty probably deflates us a little bit for a period after that, but the players certainly kept going. They kept trying to do the right things. Obviously got the goal, and then the little flurry at the end shows that they were willing to go right to the very end.
The being deflated, is that something that appears on the day, or are you noticing something in training during the week?
No, if it was reflected during the week, I wouldn't put them in the team. I think that's sort of what I'm seeing in training. It's one thing doing it in training, but it's a bit different when there's 20,000 people watching you, or you're dealing with adversity, or you're playing against an opponent who is not going to make it easy for you as well. That's half the battle. St Mirren are very well organised, came here trying to win the game. They wanted to come here and win the game. They're not coming here thinking they're going to sit in. They came to try and win the game, and based on their first half performance and our first half performance, they deserved to be in front and could have been in front by more.